McDaniels, I want to say, oops, okay, there we go. Hello, everyone. I am Nikita McDaniels, and I want to thank you for joining in on the webinar today. I am going to be talking about confidence versus cockiness. Just to let you all know, I love both of them equally, okay? To give some of you just a little bit of information about me, if you've never seen any of my videos, never been on my website, never been on my Facebook page, I am an adversity coach. And I know you may be saying to yourself, what the hell is that? Well, what I do is I primarily work with women, and I help them manage their life and their business problems, okay? But the beauty of that is I help them manage those life and business adversities profitably. I really believe that problems or other people's problems is equivalent to our paychecks, okay? So when I say that, if you really don't understand what I mean by that, what I believe is that when I have an issue that I can't solve on my own, I seek other people to help me work that problem out. When you have an issue that you can't solve, you seek other people for solutions. So in turn of us seeking these solutions or the answers or strategies or tips to what it is we need help with, there is a service agreement created, okay? There's a transfer of things. There's a transfer of money for some people. I'll pay you, you teach me what I need to know. There could be a bartering situation. I'll give you this service. In turn, you're going to give me a service that's going to help me with my problem. So instead of problems becoming an irritant, something that we run away, we shy from, I really believe that problems are a platform for opportunities. And this is the reason why I am doing this webinar today. So I know that a lot of people have problems with confidence. Okay, wait a minute. I just lost the screen. Give me 1 second. Oh, there we go. All right. I know a lot of people have problems with confidence. Oh, and before I start, I'm going to let you all know I am not the most technical savvy person. So we may have a lot of glitches going on, but guess what? That is not going to stop any show because I'm very, very confident. Trust me. So I know a lot of people have problems with confidence and cockiness. And I chose those two words because I know that it either gets under your skin, you're either going to get over it, or you're going to learn how to adapt to one or the other. So I chose these two words because I know that there is a lot of interest around it. And I also know that the one reason why a lot of women aren't business owners, the one reason why a lot of women aren't as successful as most men is because of our confidence level. So as I told you before, I'm an adversity coach. And I love working with women, primarily because I am a woman, but more importantly, because I've gone through a lot of adversities in my life. I'm a mother of 4 children between the ages of 23 and 2. I have 2 businesses. One I just gifted to my 16-year-old, and that wasn't easy. It was not easy. Accomplishing those goals took a lot of work. It took a lot of commitment. It took a lot of focus, and it took a hell of a lot of confidence. And in some cases, I had to be cocky. It's if you want what you want, you gotta go after it, and you can't be shy about it in some cases. So this webinar is going to last probably 45 minutes, maybe an hour, but not a full hour, I'm sure. I want to give you this information quick, and I don't want to waste your time. I want to help save time in your life. I want to give you some strategies. I want to give you some tips, the same ones that I use and some I'm still using to remain confident, to bring in a sizable income that I really do pride myself in creating, because I don't work a job. I'm not going somewhere and someone tell me what to do and then the day is over with. I am a creator by nature. I create the money that I desire, the lifestyle that I desire for myself and my family. And I think the gift of creation every woman have. We not only create babies, we're also create our future. I think that every woman should do what they love and not what they simply have to do because they have to take care of their family. So I have my notes. I have not my morning Joe because it's the afternoon. So I got my afternoon Kool-Aid. Y'all see that in there, lime green. I love colors. I'm a bohemian chick. So I'm not the matchy type. I love a lot of antiques. So if you watch any of my other videos, you'll see a lot of colors. You'll see me doing some weird things, but just know I'm awesome and you are too. And I'm going to help you get to more awesome lifestyle if that's what you're seeking. So let's get on with this. All right, so I looked up a couple things because I'm so curious as to what other people may be thinking, because I'm open to a lot of different things. I don't think that I have the answers. However, I think that what I do works because I've done it, and a lot of other women that I work with is doing it. And so I know that it works. And that's why I'm super excited to be sharing this here with you today. I looked up the definition of cocky and confidence. I'm going to read it to you. Confidence: full trust, believe in powers, trustworthiness, reliability, have every confidence in their ability to succeed, belief in oneself, one's power or abilities, self-reliance, and assurance. All right, cockiness: offensive boldness and assertiveness. Now, when you think of a person that's confident, you really think of a person who really believes in themselves. I mean, they go all in and nobody can tell them nothing to make them think otherwise. When we say confident, we think of that's a good thing, right? But when we think of cockiness, we think a person is just being a complete asshole. But in that definition, you didn't hear me say asshole. You didn't hear me say dickhead. You didn't hear me say bitch. You didn't hear me say mean, spiteful. You didn't hear me say any of those words. What you heard me say was boldness and assertiveness, okay? So when I explained to you earlier about how I had to be cocky sometimes, I had to be that way because I came off bold and I had to be assertive. It's that go-getter mentality. But society wants us to believe, especially as women, that we can't be cocky. You know, we have to be submissive to everything and everybody, and that it's unbecoming of a female of the feminine species for us to be cocky or somewhat confident. I am here to tell you, ladies, that if you don't build confidence in your life, now, whether you choose to be cocky or not, it's up to you. But if you don't build confidence in your life, you're going to have it very difficult for yourself when you're out here trying to succeed or journeying on the road to success. Because what I've learned is the things that we all want, you cannot play a small game. It's either you want to get out here and get it, or you're going to sit back and hide from it. Which one do you want? The other thing is you have to choose. You have to choose that this is me, this is who I am, and everything that I do is going to improve the person that I am, so that I can ultimately become the person I need to be in order to enjoy the lifestyle that I desire, which is ultimately the money that you want for yourself. I hear a lot of people, or a lot of women, I should say, they say, well, all I want to do is be comfortable. That's not true. That I don't know why we as women feel bad about the things we want. Why we feel bad because we want it all? Hell, I want it all. I want everything that's there for me. Why? Because I am a servant and I serve others. And if I'm not fully armed with the tools necessary for me to go out here and create the most amazing experience for my clients, then it's not a service that I want to provide. So when I say that I want what I want it. And I'm going out there and I'm going to get it, okay? So I gave you the definitions of confidence and cockiness, and nowhere in those definitions did you hear it say anything negative, okay? But when you see on TV and in the media, especially certain people who have branded these terms, for instance, I looked up some of the people that has branded the word cockiness, all right? I came up with some words like Justin Bieber, Kevin O'Leary, Rihanna, Kanye West. And Kanye West is the poster child for cockiness because he comes out with these lyrics that are so sick, right? But they get up underneath for people's skin as well. So how do you think that he was able to amass the fortune that he has and the reputation that he has so quickly? Because one of the things that cockiness does, it brings attention. If you want to get to where you want to go, no matter how fast or slow you're going, you need something from somebody else. And in order for that somebody else to see you or to know what you have to formulate some type of attention around yourself. Now, everybody attention is different. Kanye, he likes to, curse. I'm a cursor, and I'm not going to sit here and bullshit you because I am. But he likes to curse. He has these really intriguing lyrics. He's very passionate about what he does. And there's a lot of people who do not like him. But let me ask you this question. Do you think he cares? Are you creating any of his paychecks? Well, the bottom line is he's doing something right. And it's not saying that we're doing something wrong. It just works for him. And so what you have to do is find out what works for you. With that being said, I want to give two main reasons why a lot of women are not succeeding, okay? Number one, confidence. This webinar wouldn't be about confidence if that wasn't one of the reasons. Confidence, lack of confidence. I've never heard of anyone who had too much confidence and not succeeding, seriously. Too much confidence is looked upon as being cocky, okay? But most women are not succeeding because of the lack of confidence, right? Number two, emotions. Wow. And unfortunately, it's not the lack of emotion, it's too much emotions. The lack of confidence and too much emotion equals self-sabotage, okay? And I want to talk about emotions for a few because we've done some work with confidence side. Emotions, we are women, and guess what? We come fully equipped with a lot of emotions, right? Emotions can stem from the experiences that we've had with other people, experiences we've had in our childhood, a lack of love for ourselves, not enough accomplishments. Always trying and always being shot down, not feeling like we're good enough, not feeling like we're pretty enough, not feeling like we're skinny enough. It's always something that makes us feel that we are not enough. And I want to say to you today that you are everything that you need to be to become who you want to see. And that if you continue to allow your emotions to step in the way, you're going to make it difficult for yourself and for you to reach that ultimate mountaintop that you're journeying towards. My daughter and I, we use this term when we're going through something. You know, we say, if they don't know you personally, don't take it personally. And really, that is the truth, because people are going to say everything because of what they're going through. They're going to give you an opinion according to their experiences. I sit here today and I'm going to tell you what burns me up the most about this video right now, right? First of all, I'm rearranging my home. So I had to really find a spot that I was so comfortable in doing this video. And we're not finished painting. The fabric behind me is this really soft fabric that I had for something else. But guess what? It's a backdrop right now. And my chair that I'm sitting in is the most comfortable chair, but it's raggedy as hell. Y'all see that chair right there? Y'all see that right there? Look at that. It's raggedy as hell. But I love the skin that I'm in. I'm not out here trying to become or be someone that I am not. And it's too many of us, too many women are trying to copy other people, and you have a hard time moving through your journey. You'll always come to a roadblock because the bottom line is you're not that person that you're trying to become. See, in creating what you want, you have to do just that. It's what you want, not what somebody else is, okay? But in order for you to create what you want, you got to know who you are. And unfortunately, it's a lot of women that are pursuing goals, pursuing dreams, but they jump over that step. And I'm going to tell you right now, ladies, that that step takes work. It takes work for you to acknowledge, right now, I ain't doing so good. Or for you to acknowledge, I'm getting the shitty end of the stick right now. Or for you to acknowledge, I can do better. That's hard for a lot of women. But guess what? All of us have had or are going to walk that road. Because if there wasn't something going the way that you don't want it to go, then there would be no indication that you needed to change. And your dreams and your desires and that destiny that you're working towards will slip right from underneath of your fingers. So negativity, adversity, failure is not a bad thing. It's an indication that we need to change some things a bit. It's an indication that we could do better and that we can start from a clear slate. Look, I'm acknowledging this. This is where I am. This is not where I'm staying. Okay, what I need to do to get going and get going. All right. So the two problems, confidence and emotions, will equal self-sabotaging. I can ask this question right now. How many of you who are viewing this webinar have gone somewhere, done something, and you messed up? As soon as you walked out of there, you were like, man, I did it. I messed up. Why did I say that? Why did I talk so much? Why didn't I say this? We all have. I've done it before. And a lot of times when we are approached, when we are in front of people, even when doing webinars, if you work online like I do, we're rehearsing what we want to say all the times. We are trying to think of what people want us to say. So a lot of things that we talk about don't come out naturally. It's rehearsed, right? A part of being confident about yourself is being yourself. You have to be yourself. Guess what? Everybody is not going to like you. Some of you don't even like your damn self, right? So what makes you think everybody is going to like you? And I just want to tell you right now, get used to it. If you are online, honey, baby, it is so many crackpots online. They make comments all day long. Some of them just do the shit for shits and giggles, right? But as long as they're not the ones who are handing you the check, ignore their asses and keep doing what you do great, right? What's stopping you from being great? Some of the things that I see a lot of the women that I work with that they are paralyzed from. Number one, fear. Number two, hearing the word no. Number three, rejection. And number four, lack of understanding. People don't want to admit what they don't know. It's okay. It really is okay not to know everything. I just put a post on Facebook, and the post was saying something to the degree of, if you're a college graduate and you're broke, I want to talk to you. Because everybody automatically assumes that because you're in college or you graduate from college, that you're smart. Well, they may be true. You may be smart. But just because you're smart don't make you wealthy. I know a lot of smart people who are broke, can't find a job. And you want to know why? Because they think that their smarts are going to carry them through life. One of the problems is being smart is not an action. Thinking is not an action word. You can think your way into stuck. But if you really want to take some action, you have to do something. You have to create a plan around what you know. We hear all the time, knowledge is power. Knowledge is not power. Knowledge is a word. Okay? And a lot of people are like hoarders of the brain. They will learn all of this stuff and do nothing with it. And when you're having a conversation with them, they will make you feel like this big because they know so much, but they're doing nothing with what they know. So I don't feel any less because I'm not a college graduate. I got a certificate. I got a high school diploma. And my life is freaking great. And the income that I make is ridiculous. And I'm not saying that in a braggadocious way. What I'm saying is that your equivalence to wealth is not solely determined on your knowledge. Your knowledge is your skill set. But your skill set has to be in line with a plan that is going to generate the kind of income that you want. It's going to take something out of you. You cannot be in fear. You can't. And even if you are, because let me say this. We need fear. Why? Because fear keeps us from being killed. That's what it does. It keeps us from being killed. When their hairs stand up on your back and something is going wrong, you got to get the hell out of Dodge. And you know it, and I know it. But if you didn't have that sense of fear, you wouldn't. You stand right there, and whatever's happening is going to happen. All right? Rejection. As I stated earlier, if a person tells you something you don't want to hear, if they don't know you, it's not about you. It's about them. You keep going on to the next person. You know how many people it is out here in this world? And so what, you call 2 people? So what, you ask 3 people? Hell, you might have even asked 10. And if all 10 of them said something you didn't want to hear, then find the 11th person. By any means, do not ever say no to yourself. All right? And the word no. I'm going to share with you one of the things that I used to do when no was the scariest thing in the world. I used to stand in the mirror and say to myself, no, 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 no. I got myself used to hearing the word no. And so guess what? When somebody else said it to me, it wasn't a shock, right? Because what I wanted to hear was yes. When a person said yes to me, that was the shocker, right? And I just got all super excited, and I just gave the person more value than what they even thought they would have got by working with me. Because just from hearing the yes out of 10, 12, 20, 30 no's, man, I went all in with that person. And they told their friends, and they kept coming back for more. And it made me even more excited and more committed. And they held me accountable. And then that's when I got fucking cocky, because I knew what it was that I was doing was great, because it was helping someone else achieve their greatness. So I challenge you to do that exercise and just keep saying it to yourself. Say it before they say it to yourself, so that when they say it, I heard this before, keep on moving. Follow up with them in another way. It may mean no to what you're asking, but that doesn't mean it's no to something future that you may be offering, okay? Lack of understanding. I cannot say this enough. If you are not a reader, ladies, if you don't like to read, everybody don't like to read. I love to read. As you can see behind you, I have several success magazines. I have a huge library. It's to the point where I don't even like giving away. I don't even like getting rid of books. I've had books that I've read in my early 20s, and I am knocking on 40's door. But it's okay, because I'm young at heart. If you don't like to read, then I'm going to tell you, you better buy a lot of audio tapes, because your understanding is critical to where you're going. And a lot of people don't like to ask for help. I don't see, I guess I don't understand while other people don't understand that it is necessary for someone to help us go to where we want to go. We cannot do this alone. On the contrary of what you've been taught, what I've been taught, it is so much more easier when you're working with someone who is willing to help you grow, who is willing to help you make the kind of money you want to make, who is willing to give you all their secrets, all their tips, all their strategies, who've been where you are and now who has had massive growth. They've shown you everything. You know they know what they're talking about, because a lot of things that they tell you, you're either going through or been through. Why won't you ask for help? 5 years from now, where are you going to be? I'll give you a hint. The same place where you are if you don't do something different. It's a fact. It really is a fact, right? So you got to do something other than what you're doing, because what you're doing is not working. And part of why what you're doing is not working, because you don't have the balls to do it. We're too busy doing what everybody else thinks that we should be doing. Or we're too busy thinking that because we're female, we shouldn't do this or we shouldn't do that. You can do any goddamn thing that you want to do, but work a job. I am not going to get on the job bandwagon, because I get such the shitty end of the stick. I'm such a bad gal when it comes to jobs. I hate them. They're a necessity for some people because they have to take care of themselves and their families, and I understand that. But you should have a hobby on the side. You should create another form of income for yourself, because a job is not going to take care of you and your family. They're taking care of themselves and their family. They're allowing you to punch in from 9 to 5 or whatever schedule you work. And they tell you when you need to be there. They tell you when you can take off to see your kids. They tell you when you can go on vacation. All right. Now, some people have pretty goddamn good jobs, right? And they make great money, right? But if you ask majority of those people, they are still struggling. They're still struggling, because it's not so much as the job as it is the mindset of the struggler, right? If you have a job and you like it or you love it, do it. I just know that there's more people working a job that are miserable and hate their jobs than it is people working a job and loving it. And not to mention, as service providers, which we all are, I get tired of going places and you come across some of the shittiest attitudes, but yet you're the employee. You walked in here and filled out an application, but you don't like coming to work. So when I come to you, you want to treat me like crap. And what do? The same thing I'm doing right now. I smile and thinking to myself, I'm sure glad that I'm not you. Okay? So I believe that people should do what they love. I believe you should chase and follow your dreams and chase your heart. But in the process of doing all of that, I believe you should research. You should figure out what it is you're doing, right? You should get as much knowledge as you can, and you should put a plan of action as to how you're going to execute what you know, not just show off and tell everybody what you know, but really do the damn thing, okay? What causes the fear? The no, the being afraid of saying no, the rejection, the lack of understanding, lack of confidence, too much emotion. What causes all of this? Well, I can tell you right now from experience, when I was going through it, excuse me, I can tell you right now from lack of experience when I was going through it, what caused all of that? Too many responsibilities. This is where yes and no gets tricky. And I say that because I was saying yes too much to too many different people. I was unorganized. My time was out of whack. I never finished nothing I said that I was due. I was not committed. I was scatterbrained. And all of this led to me being or having a lack of confidence in myself, and left me overly emotional. Okay. I would talk before a person even asked me a question, because I'm always trying to think for everybody, always trying to please everybody. And it really put me in a funk. And I began to let a lot of people down, just trying to make everybody else happy and forgetting about the most important person, me, and what I wanted, and what I wanted to do for myself, for my children, right? And so I believe that the cause of all of these issues is just you taking on too much, neglecting yourself, and really not getting to know yourself, not getting to know what you want, not tapping into your powers, not finding out what you're really talented at. I think that that's a part of the fear building, fear of being rejected, fear of no, lack of knowledge, lack of confidence, and too much emotions. I think that all comes into play when you say yes to everybody and no to yourself. You get to be overwhelmed. In a nutshell, if I had to use one word, I definitely would use overwhelmed. And then overwhelmness is equivalent to a lot of unresolved issues. So when we are working in our element, but we're also consumed with a lot of other things, we're not able to spot opportunities quickly. And I don't know if any of you ever been through that, but there's an opportunity waiting for you every single day. People say to me, it's hard to make money. No, it's not. It all depends on what you're doing to make money. How effective are you at doing it? How much skill set do you have in that area, right? So a lot of times we try to do things. You hear that word, I'm trying, I've tried, right? And it's a lot of people doing a lot of trying and not enough doing. And we have a lot of problems that are on top of each other. So you got this problem, you got that problem, you got that problem, you got that problem, you got this problem, you got that problem. And so all of your problems are hovering over you and you're like this, you know, that when something good for you comes along, you can't even notice it. Every answer to you is no, you don't even let the person finish the sentence. You don't even give yourself a fair shot. Now I want you to think back to the person you asked and they told you no. Now you know what they're doing in their life, right? Not to mention they need you. They don't know that they need you. So that's why I said, don't get disturbed. Just find another way to approach them. All right. The effects behind lack of confidence, as I said before, you miss opportunities, right? You're very stressed in life. And the bottom line is nobody wants to be around you. You'll find yourself losing friends. A lot of women I hear often, oh, I don't need no friends. I don't have no friends. I'm alone. How many people in the world do you know don't want friends? I'm gonna wait on that one. Nobody. Everybody wants a friend. We're human beings. We're all designed the same. Everyone wants a friend. All right? But here's the thing. We want friends who are of value. Now ask yourself, if you don't have confidence and you're overly emotional, how much value are you adding to the table? How do you know that that person don't want to be around you? It may not be them. It may be you. I believe that everything that we go through starts and ends with us. You have the control over your responses, your reactions, your outcomes. The variable is what we do. That's the variable that may alter or shift the outcome. But we have the control. And a lot of times we attract these energies or these people that we claim we don't like. But how you think they got to you in the first place? Because you attracted them. It's something about you that's attracting that negative energy. You need some work on yourself. You really do. So the missed opportunities, the stress, and then you find yourself not having no social life. Nobody wants to be around somebody who's not confident. We're friends. We're thriving off of each other. We don't want to just merely survive. That sucks. So when you begin to confidence build, you'll find yourself attracting more confident people. That's how you know that your confidence level is in the right direction. Too much emotions. When you are overly emotional, you'll find yourself getting into a lot of confrontations. I'm going to share with you, let me check my time. Oh, we got about 15 minutes. I'm going to share with you how I used to be, oh God, highly emotional. And the one way I could tell that I was getting ready to go off, I would get louder and louder and louder and louder and I just lash out, right? That is one way that I knew that I was not in control. When you're overly emotional, you're confrontational with everybody. Nobody can get a word in. It's all about you, right? No one's going to listen to you. And the biggest thing that people want, they want to be heard. But if your emotions is taking the wheel, nobody wants to work with you. You'll burn every single bridge you create. We're back to that self-sabotaging again, right? Not only that, we react more than we respond. That's another way how you can tell if you're highly emotional. If something happens and you're pew, and you're not thinking while you're pew, then guess what? You're a reactor. And you can't respond when you're reacting. Nothing positive comes out of your reaction on the other end, because as women, because as business owners, because we want to create these extraordinary lifestyles for ourselves. It's all about how you make others feel when too many of us are so self-absorbed. And I'm not saying forget about you. Earlier I said you need that time. But when you're confident in yourself, you don't have a problem with servicing other people. You don't have a problem making people feel good. You do it automatically. Because in that person's success, in that person feel good about themselves, I feel super great about me. I feel super confident. I feel hella sexy. And I know that I'm doing something that I should be doing. All right? So, how are we going to build confidence? Right? How are we going to build confidence? Well, one of the ways that we're going to build confidence, you need some friends. And you need to be sharing with them your accomplishments. Stop hiding. I talk to so many women who say, oh, I just got this certificate today. No! Look at the certificate I got, girl. I worked so hard for this. I got up early every single morning. I mean, look at this. And you need that friend who is on your cheerleading squad. Yay, girl, you did it. Now what you gonna do next? That's the type of girlfriend I am. I'm going to hold your butt accountable, okay? So what are you going to do next? But you need to start sharing your accomplishments. Stop dumbing yourself down. There are times for it, but this is not the time, because you need your confidence going in the opposite direction than what it's going right now. So share your accomplishments. If you don't have no friends, get in a group. Share your accomplishments. All right? Every day, I want you to start doing a grateful, let me look on my board, a grateful goal. Every day, I have a grateful goal on my board. And every day, 3 times a day, I'm saying what I am grateful for. And you need to begin to say that so that yourself can hear yourself. And that may sound stupid, but so the words or the chattering that's going on in your head, that's chattering all that negative shit, you need something to overshadow that chattering. You start talking. If the people are around you and they're not saying anything positive, get rid of them. That's the only time I tell people to get rid of friends. They're not beneficial to you. All right? What else? Suppressing your emotions. Stop doing that. Get it out. If you want to cry, cry. I cry tears of joy all the time. My daughter like, Mom, you great cry. Because I'm so happy that I cry at a moment's notice. But it's not because I'm sad. It's because I'm overly enjoyed. I'm overly inspired. You know, I get excited for other people's success. Do you all know that this year, well, 2015 and 2016, there are going to be the most Black millionaires. And I have people who are following me of all races. But it fucking excites me to no end to hear that we are going to have some millionaires between 2015 and 2016, and your girl is going to be there. All right? It excites me to no end, because what that lets me doing, I don't give a damn about the stigmatism that's overshadowing the African American race. But there are a lot of us out here that are doing our part. And I just want to show as many women as I possibly can how to do theirs. Because $1 million is not a lot of money. Hell, you don't even take home $1 million. If you're doing your business the way I do my business, I reinvest. All right? So on paper, it may say one thing, and in my pockets, it may be showing another. But the bottom line is I did it, and I'm sharing with all of you that I did it. You can call me cocky. You can call me what the hell you want to call me. I'm proud. I'm excited about me and the things that I'm doing on my journey. All right. So that was me sharing my accomplishments with you. That's how I want you to do it. Let's see. Letting go. You build confidence by letting go of that small shit. And if it's big shit, let it go too. Some things you cannot control. If you self-sabotaged it to the point where there's no going back, let it go. You've done it. Do you know that there are some things that I have done that I'm not proud of in my life? I've made some dumbass mistakes. But if it wasn't for those dumbass decisions, and I said mistakes, but I cannot stand that word mistake. So let me change it. I made some dumbass decisions. But if it was not for them dumbass decisions, me being embarrassed, humiliated, had to humble myself, I would not be sitting here with you today. I'll be still big-headed and broke. Yeah. I'll be still big-headed and broke, not wanting to listen to nobody, thinking I got it all going on. But when that door shut and I was in that room by myself, reality hit. And those weren't tears of joy. Those were tears of hardship and shame. And some of you ladies are going through that right now for no apparent reason. If you want to build your confidence, let it go and move on, because in life, you're going to have a lot of things that you come in contact with you have no control over. You can't keep dragging that shit along with you. It's too heavy. It's too much of a burden. So if you want confidence, let the shit go. Finally, if you want to build your confidence, start asking for help. You cannot do it alone. Particularly in the African American race, I've been taught, do it by yourself. Don't ask nobody for nothing. Hell, that's the way my parents grew up. But it don't work for this day and age. If I know somebody is doing something and that's the route that I want to go, I'm going to ask them, because they're going to get me where I need to go faster. It's not about me trying to figure everything out on my own. That's not effective. Because what happens, you overly consume yourself. You get tired, you get frustrated, and what a lot of women call it, you get stuck. Now what are you doing? You're doing nothing. You're paralyzed in your actions because you're trying to do too much. Most of the women that I work with, they have children. If you have children, you know they need a lot of attention. This is why I am more effective with working with women, and especially women with children. Because once they see that they can amass what they want and raise a family, shit. Man, they are so freaking powerful. It's ridiculous, because it is acquirable. You can acquire what you want. You just have to know the exact steps to do it. And you can't be afraid to fail. We've all failed. I failed. You know, you just fail forward. You get up and you keep going. So that's how you build your confidence level. And I cannot say no more than this. If you're not authentic, if you're trying to be somebody that you're not, your confidence level is going to be on a roller coaster ride. 1 minute you're going to have it, 1 minute you're not. Listen, media wants to tell us that we should be like this and we should be like that. I'm telling you that you should be yourself. Remember earlier I said it doesn't matter who doesn't like you. Everyone is not going to like you. You're not going to do what everyone wants you to do. Keep in mind, that's not what you're here for. When you really get to know and understand what your purpose is in life, what everybody thinks and what everybody says, it doesn't matter. Now, I'll be the first one to tell you that I am not the coach for everybody. I don't sugarcoat shit. I'm not Willy Wonka, okay? I work with those who are looking for that mental toughness. I'm an adversity coach. So problems, I eat problems for dinner. I love going through some shit because I come out like a polished penny or a polished stone. I mean, I come out shining because that's what problems are designed to do. They're designed to strengthen us, not cripple or impair us. But it's the mindset that a lot of us have while going through the problems, which cripples us. Your mindset is very important to the work that you do in your life. All right. So I want you to start with getting you together. And because it is so important for you to get you together before you approach your journey, because you'll get on your journey and then you'll get stuck because you're trying to be something or somebody that you're not. If you want to look at some of my other videos, or if you want to get more information about me, my website is failure to the numeric number 2 fabulous.com. And you can go on that website and you can see all of the services that I provide for women. You can also go onto my Facebook page, which is Nikita McDaniel. Friend request me, and I will accept your friend request. As long as there's nothing crazy on your page, I will accept your friend request. As long as you're not lurking and creeping, I will accept your friend request. And on my Facebook page, it's nothing but encouraging information. Now, I want to remind you, I curse. So if you holier than thou, my page ain't your page. Don't come on my page talking all that bullshit because I don't want to hear it. But what I can tell you is this, is that I am super excited person. I am highly driven. My success is documented. I've done a lot. I failed a lot, but I have started and stopped and finished and turned my whole entire life around. And I put my whole life on social media because I want to let people know that I am freaking serious. And if you are serious about what it is you're doing in your life, I'm the person that you really want to work with. So I thank you for hanging out with me on this Confidence and Cocky webinar. I like Kanye. As a matter of fact, I'm going to listen to his music right now while I'm sipping the rest of my Kool-Aid. Be easy breezy. Remember, it's your move, your life, and your ultimate success. Ladies, you can do whatever the hell you want. Build your confidence up. Get a little bit cocky. Get going, and let's make this money. Take care. Bye-bye.